All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into the absolutely wild story of a token you probably heard about, the Venice token, also known as VVV. And let me tell you, this thing is a classic crypto drama. We're talking a massive launch, a just devastating crash, and then a shocking comeback that has the entire market split right down the middle. So, what put VVV back on the map? Well, it all started with this number, 107%. In just 1 week, the token's value more than doubled. Now, a move like that, it doesn't happen quietly. It's the kind of thing that makes the whole crypto world stop and stare, and that is exactly what VVV did. So, you have to ask, right? What are we really looking at here? Is this just another hype-fueled pump that's doomed to collapse all over again? Or is there something real, something substantial driving this incredible comeback? Okay, let's get into it. First up, we've got to talk about the price action itself, the sudden surge that put VVV on everyone's watch list. But here's the thing, to really understand the token, you first have to understand the platform that's supposed to give it all its value, Venice AI. Yep, at the very heart of this story is Venice AI. And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill chatbot or another AI clone. No, this is a platform built on a pretty powerful idea, an idea that, frankly, some people would argue is absolutely essential for our future. So let's look at the big idea Venice AI is trying to tackle. This is the core promise, the whole reason it exists in the first place. The promise is actually pretty simple, but it's a big one. Use artificial intelligence without anyone watching you, cataloging what you say, or censoring your questions. You know how most mainstream AIs keep a record of your chats? Well, Venice AI's whole mission is to be the exact opposite, a private, totally unrestricted alternative. I mean, they literally say they're trying to prevent an Orwellian dystopia. That's a bold claim. And this really shows you how fundamentally different their whole model is. Most AIs are pay-per-use, and a lot of the time, your data is the real product. But Venice, they came up with this stake-to-use model. The idea is you own a piece of the network, and because you own it, you get private, uncensored access. It's a completely different way of thinking about who's in control. So how does it work in the real world? It's basically a 4-step loop. You buy the VVV tokens, then you stake them, which is kind of like locking them up in the platform to show you're a supporter. In return, you get free access to their AI models. But here is the kicker, the really interesting part. You also earn a yield. You actually get rewarded with new VVV tokens. So the tool you're using could end up paying for itself, or maybe even making you money. Pretty wild, right? So it sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? Well, the journey from that big idea to a real-life product was anything but smooth. In fact, the project's launch was a total baptism by fire. It sparked a huge controversy almost from the second it went live. I mean, just look at this timeline. It is a brutal, classic crypto roller coaster. January 27th, VVV launches. Within hours, bam, it hits a peak of over $19. But then, just a few days later, rumors of insider selling start flying around, and the price just collapses. We're talking a crash of over 85%, down to $2.44. All of that in less than 2 weeks. So what caused the controversy? Well, people started doing what's called on-chain analysis. Basically, they were tracking all the transactions on the public blockchain. And analysts like this one, Amir Ormu, started pointing to wallets connected to the project's partners. The allegation was that these insiders got their tokens early and were dumping massive amounts, crashing the price for all the regular folks. But then, the founder, a big name in the space, Erik Voorhees, he fired back. He basically said, whoa, hold on a second. We told everybody about this from day one. His defense was pretty simple. It wasn't some backroom deal. He argued that all the token allocations and the fact that they could be sold was all laid out publicly, right there in their announcements. So a token that crashes that hard, surrounded by that much drama, you'd think it would be dead in the water. So how in the world did it manage to stage such a massive recovery? Well, it turns out it wasn't just luck. There was a series of very deliberate, very strategic moves behind it. This comeback story was really fueled by 4 key things. First, they permanently cut the number of new tokens being created by 25%. Then, they took their own revenue and bought back over 33 million tokens from the market and just burned them, gone forever. On top of that, they rolled out new privacy features to make their product better, and they landed a huge partnership. So they were attacking from both sides, make the token more scarce and make the platform more useful. And the way they first distributed the tokens played a huge part in this whole story too. Look at this, a massive 50% was airdropped. That means it was just given away for free to early users and people in other AI communities. Now that probably helped cause the initial crash, right? People got free tokens, they sold them. But it also meant that from day one, there was this huge built-in community of people who were literally invested in the project's long-term success. So after all that, the boom, the bust, the incredible recovery, where does that leave us today? Well, as you can probably guess, the market is completely divided. There is a very clear bull case and a very clear bear case for the Venice token. This really breaks down the two sides of the coin. The bulls, the optimists, they're looking at the economics. They're saying, look, the supply is shrinking, they're burning tokens, the platform's getting better, the fundamentals are strong. But the bears, the pessimists, they just can't forget that disastrous launch. They point to the insane volatility and warn that some of the charts are looking a little overheated, like maybe this rally has gone too far, too fast. And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? Is this comeback story a sign that Venice Token's unique model for private AI is a true innovation that's finally hitting its stride? Or is this just another chapter in the wild story of crypto volatility setting everyone up for the next big cycle? That, right there, is the billion-dollar question the market is trying to answer right now.